Welcome to 3 Steps to a Rewarding Career and a Happy Life. This video is about addressing the top 3 challenges physicians face and how to solve them so that you can wake up every morning feeling energized, confident, and ready for the day ahead, no matter what career path you choose. If we haven't met before, I'll just do a quick introduction. My name is Dr. Pauline Morris. I'm a career and personal development coach and founder of Doctors Caring for Doctors. This is a community dedicated to supporting the well-being of physicians as they transition through the complexities of medicine. It's great to meet you. I'm so happy that you're here. So without further ado, let's get started on addressing those challenges. But first, I need to share my screen. And we're back. Now, the first challenge we face as physicians is struggling with our work environment. And that can be really difficult for us because when we struggle with our work environment, we get unhappy. And then once we get unhappy, we get disconnected. We stop feeling the need to turn up and do our best every single day. And that doesn't sit well with us as physicians. So we start to feel a bit alone. We start to worry that we're the only ones who feel like this. And that leads to us feeling very, very stressed. This whole scenario, it's not a very good one for us. The next thing that happens is then we start questioning our purpose in medicine, why we're here, why we're doing what we're doing. And when we start questioning whether we should be here or not, it starts to take a toll on our energy levels. This constantly trying to feel that we should be being better at what we do. And that feeling starts to lead to anxiety, and we start to feel anxious when we have to get up and turn up for work. And all of this leads to a certain amount of feeling overwhelmed. And this is a really big one, feeling overwhelmed. And all of that put together means that when something goes really wrong, or even a little bit wrong, we have very little resilience to cope with the situation. And our resilience starts to fall apart on us. The third thing that happens is that we feel that there are so many professional obligations that we need to attend to. There's our CPD, there's audit, there's research, and much, 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 much more. And when we constantly get onto this hamster wheel, we start to feel exhausted. It's all becoming a real trial for us. And it's getting more and more difficult to harness that energy, and we're already depleted because we just believe that we have to do everything. And all of this leads to us no longer enjoying what we do. And even worse, we become unengaged with what we do. That disappears. So when we struggle with our work environment, it leads us to feeling stressed. When we are not sure if we even want to stay in medicine anymore, our resilience disappears. And when we are not even sure what we want to do, when we need to do it, and even if we need to do it, we start to disengage. And all of this takes us away from our happy life and our rewarding career. But we can solve these issues, and that is the really, really good news about all of this, okay? So when we start struggling with our work environment, we need to start looking inwards. We need to start looking at our values, our inner hero, what makes us who we are, and reconnect with those values. Many people don't know what makes them unhappy. This is it. And when we can reconnect with our values, we restore that spirit that we lost as we come to work every day feeling unhappy and disconnected. And when these two connect, a beautiful thing happens. We reconnect with our why. We remember why we're doing what we're doing. And this is how we stop reacting to our environment and looking inwards and thriving with our environment. The second problem we have is that we start to question our place in medicine. And that's okay. It happens in every job and it happens to all of us. And how do we regain that? We regain that with focus. Focus inwards yet again and focus on ourselves. And we're going to focus on something that renews our energy levels. Remember, our energy levels get depleted. So we start focusing a little bit on things we enjoy. We renew that energy, that passion that we had for that hobby, for that profession that we're now struggling with a little bit. And we use that energy to refresh our mindset, to start feeling better about having a different vision of the world. When we do that, we can realize that this is how we fall back in love with medicine. You can't love something or someone else if you don't care for yourself. And these words get thrown around a lot, and we physicians don't quite understand it. But if we can know that if we care for ourselves, our love for medicine will get better, we can solve that problem. The third problem that we need to solve is how we manage our professional obligations. And this is a big one, because this is where we redefine what success means to us as a physician. We start using what we learned about ourselves and applying them to understanding what we're good at. We're going to stop focusing on what we're not good at and focus on what makes us brilliant at what we do. And when we do that, we can then start developing SMART goals. We know what SMART goals are. This gets drummed into us as physicians, right? We know what SMART goals are. And once we know how to leverage these, we can develop these. And when we can put our SMART goals and our strengths together, that's when we reveal our future and we can find the career choice and the life choices, because our strengths are not only just in terms of what we do professionally, but it also is what we do personally. And this is where we find our complete clarity and the journey that honors you. Okay, so brief recap. Our work environment, we fix it by looking inwards to our hero self. We fall back in love by giving ourselves self-care, and we manage our professional obligations by understanding who we are and finding complete clarity. How does that sound? I'll stop sharing my screen now. And if any of that resonates with you, feel free to book a discovery call with me on Doctors Caring for Doctors /coffee chat. Enjoy the rest of the course.